Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Ryan here with Focus, Rest, Grow. Today, I wanted to talk about something that's real important, and I think anybody can benefit from it. Anybody who's new, who's intermediate, advanced, I think anybody can improve themselves every day with this information. And the thing that I really want to harp on today is less is better. One thing I'm really noticing, especially with myself, and I'm sure a lot of other people definitely fall into the same trap, is when your ego is challenged, you don't want to follow the basics, right? Like your ego is all hyped up, you want to push those big numbers, and you're excited to be getting stronger every day. But I want everyone to slow it down. So every time you're in the gym, you're lifting weights, I want you to slow it down. Less weight, better form. Instead of flying up that number, right? So let's say you have a 200-pound lat pull down, but your form sucks. You're engaging your core, you're arching your back, anything to get that weight down to where you need it to be. If you tone that down a little bit and really focus on that solid form, really contracting the lats and just feeling that mind muscle connection, you guys are going to get way better results. You're going to involve the whole muscle, you're gonna build more muscle, and then on top of proper nutrition and everything else from there, you're really gonna see some major results. A lot of people are going for really high volume workouts that they just can't handle, and they end up getting hurt. So myself am victim to this, and I have seen other people do it where they're just, again, you're all caught up in your ego, and you're trying to push more and more weight, and you're increasing the sets, and your body can't really handle it, right? So you might do good for a week or two, but then you are just way fatigued. You got to be realistic with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself about how much weight you can really push, how much volume you can really handle. So when I was kind of freestyling my routine, so I got bored of the routine I was on and just kind of freestyled in the gym for about a month or two. I got in there and I got the workouts done, and that was about it. I just didn't really have a clear sense of direction, so I was ramping up more and more sets, and I ended up hurting my shoulder. I ended up pulling a muscle right here, right at the joint, and I was just I was in and out of working out for about a month, month and a half, and I came out of it okay. Like I recovered, I'm good. Had I toned down the sets and probably been more realistic with my form, I probably wouldn't have gotten injured. So remember, better form, less sets, full contraction on every exercise that you do. You really want to be realistic. I want everyone to remember that they need to be realistic with the expectations that they put on themselves. And one way to kind of keep yourself in track is you're going to have a journal, putting down your weights, putting down your sets. And on the side of every exercise, I want you to notate every little thing that you feel. So if you feel that let's say you're doing a lion leg curl, and your hips aren't staying in contact with the bench, maybe your back's getting twingy a little bit, I want you to notate on that in the journal. So next time you go to work out, you're going to remember that, you're going to tone that weight down a little bit. Or maybe you were having a hard time, let's say you were doing some dumbbell presses, you're throwing up some 55-pound dumbbells, and you couldn't get them up, you had a bad start every time. You weren't ready for those weights, you had a bad start, right? You weren't ready for those weights. You need to scale it down just a little bit. So instead of 55, maybe go down to 40, 45 just to start, and just really focus on that mind-muscle connection. If you guys aren't sure the form that you need to be taking when you're doing these exercises, go on YouTube, just go on Google and search for proper form. You're going to get tons of videos out there. Find a nice, reliable source that you trust, you like the personality, you want to listen to them, and just really dial in on that form and make sure you are feeling it every step away. I want everyone to focus on their breathing. So breathing is huge. A lot of people, they seem to hold their breath during the workouts, and it's just so bad. You're not oxygenating the muscles. You're not going to get as many reps as you could have out of each set. So you're supposed to inhale during the eccentric portion of the movement, and then you're supposed to exhale during the concentric portion of the movement. So what I mean by that is, we're going to use a bench press as an example. When you're bringing the weight down to your chest, you need to inhale in. And then when you are pushing the weight away from you, you need to exhale out. Proper breathing just practice at home, practice on some really light weights, kind of start integrating it into your workouts. Every time you're working out, every time you're lifting weights, you need to be thinking about this consciously, and eventually over time it's just going to become a natural thing that you do because you've been practicing and you've been thinking about it every time. If you guys like the content, do me a favor, please hit that like button, subscribe, leave me a comment below, let me know what you think about the content, let me know what kind of content you're looking for so I can put some high quality content out there that you're going to be happy with. Thank you so much for watching.